Welcome to Heal, Educate, Motivate, bringing to you a panel of friends who discuss about everyday life.
Hello, it's me, Murakai. My good buddy here, Burmz. How are you, Burmz?
Good, Murakai. How are you doing today?
Good, mate. Today we want to touch on a topic which we've been thinking about for a while now. It is called...
Gratitude.
Gratitude, yes. First of all, I want to actually have you guys listen to a 4-minute audio on gratitude.
What good is gratitude? You might phrase it that way. And I think there's a number of important reasons why gratitude works, why it matters. And there's just 4 of these on the screen. Number 1, it allows us to celebrate the present, a magnification of positive emotions. We know from research by emotion scientists that positive emotions wear off quickly. Our emotional systems like newness, they like novelty, they like change, and we adapt to positive life circumstances so that the new car, the new spouse, the new house, the new whatever, it's not so new after a short period of time. We adapt to it. Well, with gratitude involves the appreciation of the value of something. And so when we appreciate the value of it, we're less likely to depreciate the value, which is to lose value. Therefore, we extract more benefits. I think it allows us to participate more in life. You just notice the positives more, and that magnifies your experience, your pleasure that you get. So it magnifies the goodness and then can delay the adaptation that can occur to positive life events. It allows us to participate, to celebrate. We spend a lot of time spectating, watching things, watching movies, watching speakers, looking at our computer screens, watching athletic events, and so on. With gratitude, we become more participators as opposed to spectators. Number 2, gratitude blocks negative emotions, toxic emotions, which can destroy our happiness, subjective well-being, optimal functioning, particularly in the domain of envy, resentment, regret, even depression. There's new evidence coming out showing that gratitude is effective in the prevention, reduces the episodes of depression, reduces their duration, it makes future episodes less likely. You cannot be envious and grateful at the same time. Try it. You can't. They're incompatible feelings. You can't resent someone for having something that they have that you don't if you are grateful. Those are very different ways of being in the world. And to the degree to which one's gratitude coefficient is very high, one's resentment, envy is going to be much lower. And in fact, there's evidence for this. Grateful people are more stress resilient. There's been a number of studies showing that in the face of serious life situations, trauma, adversity, suffering, if people are dispositionally grateful, they recover faster. They're less bothered by some of the negative emotional symptoms, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety symptoms in the aftermath of trauma if they are previously grateful individuals. So it gives people perspective by which I think they can interpret life events, and that's why it's beneficial. And the 4th, in terms of strengthening social ties, I alluded to that earlier, a sense of self-worth. That when you are grateful, that's information. That someone else is looking out for you. Someone else has provided for your well-being. Or you notice a network of relationships, past and present, of people who are responsible for helping you get to where you are right now. You may not have thought about these people before. You may have taken them for granted. Once you start to recognize the contributions that they've made, either intentionally or unintentionally, you start to feel much better about your position in life. And so those are 4, I think, reasonable reasons why gratitude is beneficial, why gratitude is good.
Wow, that was amazing.
Exactly my thoughts. That was amazing. I was just...
Nicely said.
When I was thinking about this topic of doing gratitude,
this is your topic, actually.
I didn't think it would be this much, so much benefits and so many things that it's related to. But it's so true, isn't it?
It is true, yes. It's amazing how you mentioned gratitude is you can't have that negative feeling and gratitude at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So they're incompatible.
It makes you kind of resilient from negativity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you're grateful in any moment, if somebody's bullying you or anybody's whatever action, whatever the world is doing to you or however you feel, if you're grateful for that experience, it's like something your grandmother bakes you a cake and you got that feeling of oh, thank you so much, Grandma. I love this cake. Like that feeling of the gratitude is just a warm, beautiful, positive feeling.
I can piggyback on that one. About how you're bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like pretty much it's hindsight.
Yeah.
If you didn't have these experiences in the past,
Yeah.
and you go to the present and you see what you have become today.
Exactly. You're grateful. You know, like I see it a lot in hip hop nowadays in the, you know, like in social media and things like that. Some depends how you react. If you react negatively to hate or like whatever jealousy, then you take it on board and it weighs you down, you know.
Yes.
But you find that most of the big people are just grateful for their haters because it brings them more attention, you know, and like
It's feedback.
feedback. Yeah, any kind of attention is in the business is good attention, you know. And so they say, you know, I'm grateful. I thank my haters, you know.
Yeah,
Watch
because without
them.
them, they wouldn't have motivated you to go to the next step, would they?
Exactly.
Sometimes we have constructive criticism, and other times we have trolls. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of trolls out there, but it's still, you know, you won't be upset about it. Just be, you know, grateful for your enemies and grateful for your trolls. They're bringing you attention. 50 Cent said, you know, watch them hate and let them hate and watch the money pile up, you know. So
Interesting. I mean, we can be grateful for our everyday living.
oh yes,
Food in our stomach, roof over our heads, clothes on our back, warmth.
I think it's when we become too spoiled, like we lose track of how much we have. That's when we become ungrateful. Like we don't realize we have this beautiful planet and all of these trees that are creating, you know, gases and oxygens that
Yes.
support our life. You know, and we forget that. You got to be grateful for the little things that, you know, until you experience something much worse and much harder. You were like, oh my God, about a week ago I was so comfortable, so happy, but you know, now I'm like, you know, now I have cancer, or you know, I have been in an accident, or I've lost my wife, you know. Those things is gratitude.
Yes, those tragic events that occur in people's lives,
Yeah.
and they can't find peace for a while, can't they?
No.
It's only on hindsight when they see how much they developed, then they can learn to be grateful for the life they have today.
Exactly.
It just depends how people see their experiences, you know, their perspective.
There's perspective.
Their perspective.
Having a thankful and graceful and gratitude attitude, gratitude, let's call it.
Gratitude of attitude.
Gratitudes of attitude lets you see the world in a different way, you know, and you be grateful to whether it's God or to your karma or to whatever you've received, your own efforts. You appreciate it much more, you know. Gratitude is appreciation.
Most appreciation. Yes.
Appreciation.
Appreciation of
It's
self
appreciate
and of others. Yes.
appreciating others, appreciating yourself.
Yes.
You know, appreciating someone else's parents.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For a great job they've done of raising their child. Appreciating their teachers. Appreciating our government. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of hate towards government, but
Yes, there is a lot of hate towards government. But the funny thing is, we vote them in there. Yeah.
That's
We
right.
vote them in there, so it's a bit of a double-edged
Appreciate your right to vote. Because there's some countries where you can't.
sword. Yes.
I'm actually a champion of this gratitude thing, because when most people talk about, I talk to a lot of different friends, and they'll be negative about something. I can always find a way to twist it positively.
Yeah, always
And
see
just-
good and bad. You know?
But yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Somebody's chopping me up. At least, you know, my skin will learn how to heal itself, or you know, like, like
goodness.
at least, you know.
Okay,
Yep.
Burmz, I got a list here. You want to go through it with me?
Let's have a look, man.
I
What do you
quickly
got?
did some research the other week, and
Let's do it.
let's do it. Okay, the first section is gratitude, the definition.
Yes.
You wanna read
Okay.
the verbs?
Would you like me to? Okay. So it says the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. She
Example?
expressed her gratitude to the committee for their support.
Beautifully said. Nicely said. And now I have a list of all the positives that come from gratitude. For example,
Well, we handpicked some of them. There was a much longer list.
too long.
But just
too
to
long.
kind of keep this podcast brief, we went through and thought about ones that would kind of apply to you guys, and just we thought that would kind of it will grow our previous episodes, to relate to kind of examples we've used previously.
Pretty much with the cream of the crop here. Okay, ready? We're going to go for it? Let's go.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. Gratitude strengthens our emotions. Okay. Gratitude reduces feelings of envy, makes our memories happier, lets us experience good feelings, and help us bounce back from stress.
Yeah, it's like from what I see there, like sometimes I would have difficulty sleeping, and you'd be stressed, worried. Well, what am I gonna do the next day? I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. I won't be able to perform well. What if I sleep in, or should I call in sick? There could be much better thought process in that moment, and you could, even though you can't sleep, what's the point of the negativity when you can't sleep? You should feel happy no matter what, without thinking to the future and becoming anxious about it, but being gratitude. Oh, how comfortable is my bed?
Grateful for your bed. Yes.
Grateful for my bed. Oh, how I got so many
Great for your existing.
many hours. Yeah, I don't even need to be in my bed. I could go and just grab a hot coffee, hot chocolate, and relax, and look at all the time I have left before I have to go to work. I'm really looking forward to seeing my teammates at work tomorrow, and
Awesome.
and performing. So it's a good replacement there of
Yeah,
good feelings instead of stressful feelings,
It's really interesting here. Gratitude strengthens our emotion. It's kind of like you have your everyday living, and of course you have a thought, then you have an emotion, then you have an action, and repeat.
That's right.
And how much emotions do people go through in a day-to-day event? Are there positive emotions? Are there negative emotions?
Well, see,
The more you practice gratitude, actually strengthens your emotions to the positive side. Obviously, from what I understood it to be like what is the opposite of love? Do you know, Burmz?
hate,
No, it's fear.
fear. Oh yes.
It's love and fear. It's the dichotomy of these two sides of the force. You see?
Oh yes.
So, if you strengthen your gratitude, you move to the love side of emotions. See? But if you don't have gratitude, you most likely might be a self-blamer or other people
Fear,
blamer.
a warrior.
A warrior. Exactly. And by practicing gratitude, and it strengthens all the loving emotions.
It's true.
It's said to have
It's like worrying would strengthen our anxiety.
exactly.
Emotion or
So
stress.
all the negative emotions
Yeah.
strengthens negative emotions. See, there's actually a metaphysical reason why that happens. And therefore, like I said, if you have more positive feelings, and then you can start writing a journal, a gratitude journal. Just write 5 points of what you're grateful about each day, and you focus on that. And
you actually told me to do this a while ago. That's right.
I mean, if you want something in your life,
Or
just
things
write
that-
down on a piece of
Think
paper.
you wanna? Yeah.
Because you'll get one from your mind onto paper. Beautiful. Okay, the next one. Gratitude makes us more optimistic. Burmz, you want to go for this?
Yeah, definitely. Gratitude is strongly correlated with optimism. Optimism, in turn, makes us happier, improves our health, and has been shown to increase lifespan as much as a few years. Some quotes there. I'd say a 5-minute day gratitude journal would be worth it just for this benefit.
Is that amazing?
Oh wow,
That's fantastic.
amazing.
That is excellent. Excellent said. Optimism makes you live longer. And the way you see the world through optimism
Yep.
is more joyful, don't you think?
That's true, yeah. Well, your gratitude instead of fearing like the end of your life, or like whether you're gonna remember, just be gratitude for what you've already. Be grateful for what you've already in your life, and you got to look around you and see whatever you have. You might not have children, or whatever the case may be, but you've spent your time doing something.
Yes.
Something. Yeah, a lot of people have this slave mentality.
They do have a slave mentality.
Like that we're forced to be here, and we're slaving away for our, we're forced to work.
Yeah, there's this term, live to work or work to live.
That's right, but you could be. There's so many things to be grateful for in this world.
Yeah, I mean, if you establish your gratitude into day-to-day living, you will have more opportunities to receive more joy in your life.
Yes.
Yes, like I mean, like we gotta be grateful because there's other people out there around this planet. They don't have the luxuries that we have, even the minimum.
Bare minimum.
I'm not saying have a guilt trip. Don't worry about that. That's their existence and that's their experiences. But it just opens your eyes a little bit to see what's happening out there. Okay, ready for the next one, Burmz?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Gratitude reduces materialism. Who's that singer? Material Girl?
Madonna.
What's the title?
Yeah. We are living in the material. That one, right?
That's the one. Yeah. Okay. Madonna. Excellent.
You want to read this one, or am I?
Is a doozy, this one. Materialism is strongly correlated with reduced well-being and increased rates of mental disorder. There is nothing wrong with wanting more. The problem with materialism is that it makes people feel less competent, reduces feelings of relatedness, and gratitude, reduces their ability to appreciate and enjoy the good in life, generates negative emotions, and makes them more self-centered.
It's true. I can strongly correlate with this. It's
congratulations on your new car, Burmz.
That's what I was about to mention. Like I just recently purchased a new car.
Yes.
And like
it's a beautiful car.
It is a beautiful car, but it kind of distances me. I'm more worried about somebody.
It's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Scratch my paint, or like.
I mean, people can live.
I used to be able to carry 5 people in my car. Now it's only 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but if you think about like materialism is not all that bad, unless you have like $10,000-$20,000 in your credit card and if you refinance the mortgage to pay off your credit cards, and that's a little bit a different topic. But materialism, I think it's nice to get what you want. I mean, like if I wanted that PlayStation, that console, and I get it, it is materialism, but it is desires achieved. But also on the other hand, materialism is kind of like get that new iPhone, get that new iWatch, get that new laptop, get that new TV, and because the reason why people are doing that is they're not grateful for what they already have. Personally, so like for example, let's say I have this iPhone, and I see a new iPhone in the market, and I'm like, my iPhone is terrible. I want the new iPhone so I can feel bad about myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's not grateful for the previous phone he has. Yeah. What do you think about this, Burmz?
Oh, definitely. Like, there's nothing wrong with my previous car. I mean, there's a few issues here and there, but. I've lost my gratefulness for it. I could have spent a lot less and been a lot more comfortable now. And but I'm going for what I like there with my car.
Yeah, I like that.
But
it's like you want to drive something you like. And drive it.
Yeah, that's right. I've always wanted to have one of these cars. So.
Yeah, congratulations on it too. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Should we look at the next one?
Okay, so the next one is number. Go for it, Burmz.
Yeah, so gratitude makes us less self-centered. So I'll be totally honest, I'm a self-centered twat. I'm a lot better now that I've brought gratitude into my life. But I still spend way too much time thinking about myself and too little thinking about others. I expect this to change because of my compassion and gratitude practices. I am starting to have spontaneous urges to help others.
Okay, first thing I want to say is the person that wrote this concept here, the author is applying to himself. And self-centeredness, what does that mean, Burmz?
Kind of like only thinking inwards, at oneself,
Is that like me?
Yeah, exactly, like me, exactly, me. Not even considering the
Feelings of other people.
Feelings of other people, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Less self-centered.
Less self-centered. Yeah. So more like us-centered.
We-centered.
We-centered. Yeah.
We-centered. There's no I in team.
That's it. And once you practice gratitude like that, you'll be thinking, about
more compassionate towards others.
Yeah. And it's helping people. As long as you do need to make sure that you're good, but helping others and being outwards is so much, it gives you so much
joy.
benefit.
That's like in the other podcast we had.
Yeah.
About contributing to society as a whole, Okay, next one. Gratitude makes our memories happier. Okay? Our memories are not set in stone. Like data stored on a hard drive, there are dozens of ways our memories get changed over time. We remember things as being worse than they actually were, as being longer or shorter, people as being kinder or crueler, as being more or less interesting, and so on. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the mind is like a data bank,
Yeah, it's a storage drive, but
infinite storage drive.
But the thing is that our brain can manipulate our emotions, and our brains can manipulate those memories too. Depending on which.
Call it brain. I call it mind.
Whatever it is, I'm not a scientist, but what I'm trying to say is that it can be our memories can be manipulated by ourselves, right? Depending on how you feel in the moment.
Depends how you
interpret
the situation.
If you're angry,
subjective.
You might take a memory between you and your wife where like it was thing, and then you kind of twist it, manipulate it in a way that you bring it out and say, hey, like what happened here? Like, you were just you never do anything for me, or like we don't take care of each other, or like even telling somebody about a situation, they might see it somewhere. It's a different perspective. They might see it totally different from you. You have you're in love, so you don't see it in a negative way.
I see the flaws now.
Yeah. So, but gratitude,
makes our memories happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Looking at it from a grateful point of view can really make the memories a lot more positive and happier.
Yeah, because the way I understood how the mind works is like data absorption, data organizing, and existing, and feeling.
Okay.
And like if you have happier memories from gratitude, then you can have more wonderful memories and experiences. Very interesting. Okay.
Should we look at the next one?
Let's look at the next one. We've got just a few more to go. Thank you for your patience, everyone.
So the next one says gratitude reduces feelings of envy. A small bit of jealousy or envy directed at the right target is motivating. Too much produces feelings of insecurity, materialism, inferiority, distrust, and unhappiness.
Whoa, this feels like high school.
Wow. I don't get that. A small bit of jealousy or envy directed at the right target is motivating. Okay. I see, yeah. So if you're like, for example, it's
kind of like a boost. Let's
a
say
boost,
let's
yeah,
say
gives you
you
that-
have a sibling. You have a
Yeah.
sibling. And that sibling goes very well in school, and you're like sort of trying to cope it, and you try to like get that competition happening. You see? But excessively, if you use if not gratitude in this sort of concept, will make you very unproductive. You know what I'm trying to say?
I think you burn out too quickly using things like envy,
Yeah.
anger, this
Competitiveness,
competitiveness.
in its small healthy doses, it's fantastic. But in its
Just
its
like
extreme,
a spark, like a kick, kickstart.
by an extreme, extreme angle, it's very very self-inhibiting. Yeah.
All right, let's look at the next one.
Next one. Oh, it's a biggie. Gratitude helps us relax. Gratitude and positive emotion in general are among the strongest relaxants known to man and woman. I was having trouble sleeping a few nights ago because I was too stressed and couldn't relax. I'll be honest, for the few minutes that I was able to hold feelings of gratitude, I almost fell asleep. But holding feelings of gratitude is hard, in this case too hard. Gratitude may be just as or even more effective than relaxation methods such as deep breathing, but because it is also more difficult, it is unfeasible as an actual relaxation technique. Think of it like tea. 1 or 2 cups can help you relax. 3 of 4 make you want to empty your bladder. But it could just be me. Perhaps you'll find practices of gratitude more natural and easy. And this is from the author. Burmz, what do you think, buddy?
Yes.
Helps us relax. It kind of gives you not nice and care in the world, almost like personality.
Gratitude immediately would relax you because,
Because you're not stressed out.
you're not searching. You're not you're already grateful. You're not in a hunt. You're not competing. You're not, you're not envious. You're just, oh man, this couch is just, whoa.
I mean, you can't have two extreme emotions at the same time, love and fear.
That's right.
You can't be love and fear at the same time.
It's that feeling when you're on the couch watching the cricket or something, like a nice sport. It's a beautiful hot day, You might have a beer if that's your flavor, and it's just like, oh, what a good day to be alive. Like, it's just amazing. It's gratitude, you know?
It's gratitude, yes.
The sun, the grass,
I'm even going to sleep at nights, being grateful,
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
You'll be happy because you just, you just made your own gym. We gotta give some gratitude, some applause for Murakai.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Because he's just single-handedly made his own gym.
Yes.
And it looks amazing, and let me tell you.
Thank you, Burmz. Thank you.
Yes.
What I do is I make these mini goals, and every time I get paid, I knock the goals down small and small and small each time. They're small goals. Yeah. And the gym is my recent small goal, and it's looking fantastic.
Oh, that is amazing.
Yes, and gratitude helps us to relax. From my understanding, you can't have two opposing emotions at the same time. If you have gratitude, you can't have envy or ungratefulness. There's just two opposite sides of the scale. Alright, next one. Who goes here? You want to do this one?
I'll do this one.
Sure.
Gratitude makes you friendlier. Multiple studies have shown that gratitude induces pro-social behavior. Keeping a gratitude journal is enough to make you more likely to help others with their problems and makes you more likely to offer them emotional support.
Oh, this is interesting. Do you remember the time when you're young and you just give people advice? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah.
Me too, I was exactly the same.
Oh my god.
That's why we created this podcast.
Yes, the reason why I created this podcast was it was something in my core I wanted to do for a long time.
Yes, and I told you because we're at a point where we're into a lot of things that weren't really making happiness, right? I was like, there's no shame in going back to your core self, you know? Because I remember you used to get teased
Oh yeah.
for your nature. You remember? Like, that you are the philosopher.
Yeah, we're just calling
and
Mr. Philosopher.
and, you know, like, but that nature is beautiful, you know? That kind of, like, helping people and always being the person to listen and give advice. That's a beautiful nature. I said, you should never give up that, you know, like, because that's the most beautiful thing, you know? You can't give that up, and that's the source of your happiness, you know?
Thanks,
People
Burmz.
will find that out eventually, that helping family, helping friends, compassion is the way to happiness.
Thank you, Burmz.
Thank you, Dalai Lama.
Dalai Lama.
Yes.
Yeah.
His book is amazing. You should read this book.
I'll go on my list of things to do.
Yep.
Awesome.
So it would definitely help you become more friendlier.
Yeah.
And people say this about me. I'm the kind of person that can walk up to anybody and talk to anybody.
Yeah, I admire that about you. You just express yourself openly.
That's right. And I'm not afraid to say things about myself that people wouldn't. You know, I'm quite an open book.
I want you guys to listen to Wayne Dyer. He's got something beautiful to say about gratitude. Bless his soul. He went home a long time ago. He's not around with us.
When you consider our world from such a compressed perspective, the need for acceptance, understanding, and gratitude becomes glaringly apparent. So therefore, it concludes, if you have food in the refrigerator, clothes on your back, a roof overhead, and a place to sleep, you're richer than 75% of the world. Just that. Doesn't that call for some gratitude? If you woke up this morning with more health than illness, you are more blessed than the million who will not survive this week because of illness. If you have money in your bank, any money in the bank, or even in your wallet, and spare change in a dish someplace in your life, you are among the top 8% of the world's wealthy. 92% of the people don't have that. If you can attend a church meeting without fear, that is, fear of arrest or torture or death, you are more blessed than 3 billion people in the world. And if you've never experienced the danger of battle or the loneliness of imprisonment or the agony of torture or the pangs of starvation, you're ahead of 500 million people in the world today. If your parents are still alive or still married, you are very rare, even in the United States. So, if you have the opportunity to think as you choose to think, to worship as you choose to worship, and you have a little bit of change in your pocket, and you've got your health, and you've got someone that cares about you, then you have an awful lot to be grateful for. And treasuring our divinity means being in a constant state of appreciation, looking for occasions to be joyful, to be happy, to be in a state of gratitude. Every time I find a penny or a nickel or a dime on the street, anytime, I bend over, I pick it up, and I say, thank you, God, as a reminder of the abundance that flows into my life when I'm just walking and breathing. Treasuring your divinity doesn't mean not having respect for God. It means respecting the God that is always with you. This principle is called wisdom is avoiding all thoughts which weaken you.
That was a beautiful talk, wasn't it, Burmz?
Amazing.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Sad not to have it with us anymore.
Yeah. He's a beautiful soul. He did a lot too, helped a lot of people. Okay, now we're at the fun part of the podcast, is get to know Murakai. Burmz will ask me a couple of questions and I'll answer them as honestly as possible. Or maybe I'll do a white fly here and there, I don't know yet.
You better not.
Okay, Burmz, go for it.
Alright, Murakai, we're gonna ask you some questions here. The first question is, what's your favorite way to spend a weekend?
I like spending my weekends with friends, my good friends. I have a good friend, he's like a brother to me.
Ah,
You know?
yes.
And whenever I go and see him, yeah, it's always cool.
Nice. Second question, what type of music are you into?
Oh goodness, this is a tough question, mate. Okay, let's see. EDM.
Easy, nice and easy. What was the best vacation you ever took and why?
The best vacation I took was going to Sweden.
Oh, Sweden.
Sweden is a beautiful place. Sweden, a lot of beautiful people. Everyone's fashionable, but man, it's cold.
Cold over there.
Every day is like cold comparing to Australia. Australia, we have weather that's crazy, but
Yeah.
it's not like cold. Their summertime in Sweden is cold. In the
Were you there in the winter or
I was there in the summer and it was
summer?
freezing.
Oh my god. That was really cold.
Cool.
Alright, and where's the next place on your travel bucket list and why?
I really want to see the aurora lights.
Everybody does,
I
don't
really
they?
want to see that. That's
But
like
it changes location, doesn't it?
not from my understanding. I mean, like it can extend to certain locations close to the
I
original
see.
sections of the aurora lights, but that just proves to me that energy is real. Energy exists. Everyone can see it. You know, this is energy. It's real. Wow, you can't argue against it. You know.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Light is real. And the last question, what are your hobbies and how did you get into them?
My hobbies. Now I think about it, my hobbies is more about entrepreneurial spirit. Always like studying about entrepreneurs and biographies and how money works. I mean, it's for me, it's not a must, you know. But I do enjoy it, reading up on it, searching the internet about it, and yeah.
Successful
Right,
stories.
having money as a hobby rather than having it as a means to an end. No, yeah.
Lovely.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright, so if you like what you hear, subscribe, thumbs up, and leave a comment below, and we'll talk to you next time.
Or even if you have anything, you know, what is it like?
What they want to talk
Saying how we could improve this or
constructive criticism.
constructive criticism, we don't mind too. Whatever you want.
And even if you have questions, go for it. Shoot. Ask us questions. You know, who knows where we'll lead it.
You can think about what topic we should talk about next too. Just let us know if you want us to look into the topic and we'll discuss it.
Awesome.
Alright, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. Until next time. Bye.
Stay gratitude.
Thank you for listening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment your questions below. Stay tuned.